Well, the good news is this appears to be over because, as you said, the sheriff mentions a lone wolf attack in this case, and that suspect is dead, according to the Nevada sheriff. Now, we're looking at a death toll of at least 20 at this point. That, of course, could still go up with over 100 injured altogether. Now, among the dead are the suspect, first of all, but also two off-duty police officers. These were police officers who were either at the concert or at the Mandalay Bay Hotel and Casino where the shooting actually occurred. And then at the concert venue itself, there were two on-duty police officers. They were injured. They're among the over 100 injured altogether. That is, again, not a definitive figure from the Las Vegas authorities and from the Nevada sheriff. That could still go up. Now, the Mandalay Bay Hotel and Casino is one of the biggest resorts in Las Vegas. It is right next to the international airport, which had been closed for a short while after that shooting. And this was a suspect who, according to the police, actually went on his killing spree from that position inside the hotel and just shot people who were down below him at this music venue, a country music festival, which was in its third of 3 days. It is still the night in Las Vegas. It is still the middle of the night, so we're still waiting to get definitive figures from the Las Vegas police. But the good news is this appears to be a situation that is over. As you heard from the authorities, there is one person still being searched at this point, but doesn't appear to be dangerous.
Philip, as you said, it is very early there where you are in Washington, but has there been any reaction yet from the Trump administration?
No, there hasn't yet at this point. It's now 5:30 a.m. here in Washington. This is something to which people here will be waking up right now, including the president, of course, that tends to be up early in the morning and will presumably, one can say at this point, take to Twitter and have something to say about this. But that's where things stand. This is an ongoing situation on the west coast of the United States. There's a 3-hour difference between here and Las Vegas, meaning that we'll have to wait a little to see what the first reactions are here from Washington. But undoubtedly, this is an incident that will define pretty much everything that people in their positions will say today, be it politicians, be it the president himself. This will be the story of the day, not just in Las Vegas, but also here in the U.S. Capitol.
Philip, has anything else come out of Las Vegas from the press conferences, from the police sheriff, about just who this suspect might have been, if there could be any link to terrorism?
There doesn't appear to be a link to terrorism. Now, that is a question that will be asked very, very quickly indeed, because that is just one of the first questions that is always asked. Was this terrorism, be it of one or another type of organized terrorism? In this case, you heard from the sheriff there. He said this was a lone wolf and a local man. Now, that doesn't lead us to any types of conclusions whether this was terrorism or not, whether he was targeting a specific group of people or not. But that should be an answer that should be obtained quicker than maybe usual, with, in this case, according to the Nevada sheriff, the suspect already killed and just one more person being looked for. This would be the traveling companion, according to the sheriff. This should be relatively easy to do, and an actual motive for this shooting should be found out relatively quickly. Now, that's relative at this point. We'll have to wait and see for the next update from the local authorities. But this doesn't seem to be something that includes more than one shooter. That, I suppose, in a situation like this one, as tragic as it is the good news.